Stan Hitchcock was on television in Nashville early in the morning for years and years, and you've got one of the greatest stories of all time about being recognized.
Well, again, it's back in the early 60s, and this during the period of time when Bobby had his show and Ralph had his. We all had shows. And I was on 5 days a week. And then on the weekend, I had a nationwide show that was on Saturday. So 6 days a week, I was on television. Well, my recognition factor had gone up considerable, but I didn't realize it. So during this same period of time, this is 1966, I had become real enamored with the police. I mean, I loved the police. I'd ride with them at night. I made friends with them, and I just thought it was the greatest thing in the world to hang around with the police. And one of my friends was a detective, and we'd gotten to be real close. And so one Sunday afternoon, he invited me out to his house for a cookout. And we were out there cooking out, and they run out of drinks. And he said, "Come on, Hitch, let's go up to the market and get something to drink." And so we're driving up Dickerson Road, and we stopped at a stoplight. And an old car pulled up next to us, and a bunch of rough-looking guys in it. And he glanced over, and he said, "My God, that's a murderer I've been looking for months." At the same time, the hood looks over at my friend, and he recognizes him. Well, he floorboards it, runs through the light, races up Dickerson Road, and the chase is on. Well, my heart is beating. I am living it, friends, I guarantee you. I am no longer a hillbilly singer. I am Dick Tracy. We're going up the road 100 miles an hour, and suddenly, about 2 miles up the road, they do a two-wheel turn up into a side street, trying to get away from us. And it was a bad move because the side street was a dead end. And they're going wide open, and there's a big oak tree up the end of the street, and they hit that thing, and smoke and snot and oil and gas and everything going everywhere, blood, guts, and alcohol. And we squalled up right behind them, Well, they start bailing out, trying to get away, and my friend, the detective, reaches over and pulls open his glove compartment, gets a pistol, and throws it in my lap, says, "You get that one over here, I'll get these on this side." Well, man, this is it. I am running up the alleyway, and I am living the dream. Well, at the end of the alley is a big old tall chain link fence, and this guy hits it going wide open, and he starts climbing it. He just gets ready to throw his leg over and make his escape, and I get there. And I got that gun, the two-handed stance that you see on television. I'm real thing. I'm pointing at him. I said, "You move, I'll blow your head off." And I meant it. I was it. Well, he's hanging there by his fingernails, and he kind of looks down at me, and he gets the strangest look on his face. And he said the words that I remember so clearly today. "Don't shoot me. I watch you on television." Now then... You can just imagine. You can just imagine, how awful I felt. I'm holding a gun on one of my fans, maybe the only one I've got in the world. Well, I'm holding it on him there, and I'm thinking, well, he's probably not a bad guy. He watches me. He probably buys records and attends concerts, and he may have had a bad childhood. And well. About this time, another police car pulls up behind us, and the guy jumps out, and the policeman jerks the gun out of my hand, runs up, and he pulls this guy down off the fence, throws him down on the ground, and he's got handcuffs on him, and he's dragging him to the car. And I'm trying to think of something nice to say to the guy. I'm like, "Thanks for watching," or maybe, "May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again." Something, we always close a show like that. But I didn't have to. As they're putting him in the back seat, he looks over at me and he says, "I'll tell you one thing, I ain't never watching you on television again."
What a great story.
Yeah.
Joe.